Can you guys see this, or is it backwards? Just in case I made two signs. So there's no confusion. There's no confusion. Guess who hit 50 pounds lost? So it's exciting for two reasons. 50 pounds is humongous. It's like a toddler. I lost a toddler. And it is the most I've ever lost on any sort of diet on, let's say, 20 years of dieting. And it also was my goal. So when I got surgery November 4th, I weighed 290 pounds, my starting weight, and I really wanted to hit 50 pounds loss before the new year. I was like, it'd be so exciting to lose 50 pounds before I go into 2009, to just have such momentum and to be in the 230s, which when I was 290 was like unimaginable. Well, this morning, it's my 8-week weigh-in this morning. Last week, I was 242.4. This morning, I was 238.8, which means I lost 3.6 pounds this week, which is awesome. And my total is actually 51.2 pounds. Yay! So I am just totally excited and glowing. And there are two more things. The numbers are awesome, obviously, but I also want to keep in mind some of the other things so that when the scale isn't moving, I'm not super frustrated. I'm still in my 22s, but they're starting to get a little bit loose, a little bit baggy. I feel like if I bought 20s, they probably wouldn't fit yet, so I'm holding off a little bit. But I think I think in a week or two, I'll go ahead and buy 20s, which is exciting. And I had two non-scale victories. So the first one, which I forgot to mention, is when I was flying for Christmas up to Chicago, I could buckle my seatbelt without an extender, which is incredible. And I've been able to do that before because my weight is sort of, I've been able to pull it down into the 270s before and then take a flight and be fine, but then I'd pop back into the 290s. Oh, my webcam is like frustrating. I'd pop back into the 290s and have to ask for an extender. I'm like, whoa. So it was exciting this trip not to have to ask for an extender and to have extra room even when I did my seatbelt. But the other thing, which is totally a first-time thing, is that I could put the tray table down. And I have not been able to do that since high school, maybe, when I was flying, which was just so cool. Like, so cool. To be able to get a drink, because I had a place to put it, instead of like, no, not thirsty, thanks. So I think I'm a pretty competitive person, and not in like, oh, I want to beat that person kind of way, but I think goals are good for me. And I think this is kind of a tricky surgery because obviously when you're doing all the right things and you're eating well and you're exercising, you're losing weight, but there doesn't seem to be, like, for me at least, a huge correlation between my 2-pound losses and my 4-pound losses in terms of how much I'm pushing myself. So I'm a little bit hesitant to give myself this many pounds by this date kind of goals. That said, in one more month, and I'm almost to 2 months, so January 4th will be my 2-month surgery. I have an appointment February 2nd for my 3-month post-op check-in with my nutritionist and with my surgeon. And I think it would be amazing and awesome and so cool to weigh 225 when I went in. Which would be 65 pounds lost. So that's about 13 pounds that I want to lose in the next 4.5 weeks. So I think that, to me, that seems like achievable if I'm doing everything right, but nothing so crazy and so extreme. The other thing, which I think is really going to help push me, I know I was going to start saying how many times I've been to the gym. Can you guys look at my hair for a second? I'm sorry to be so crazy. This is what is so weird about my hair. So I started blow drying it. But then I always get lazy halfway through, so then I stop. And it has this weird, straight, and then, really, oh, I just made the camera totally freak out. Oh, find me. Okay. It has this really weird puffiness at the bottom. I don't know, whatever. What was I saying? Oh, exercise competition. So I'm going to start saying how many times I go to the gym each week because it's honestly the only way that's going to motivate me to go. So I did go once this week, which was yesterday. And I was traveling for Christmas, so I'm not totally beating myself about that. But the other non-scale victory is that the last few times I've been going, I've been doing 30 minutes on the treadmill. And the first time I went, I was wiped out. And then the last 2 times I went, it was pretty fine. So last night I was like, I'm going to try the elliptical, which is obviously for me at least much harder. So I did 30 minutes on the elliptical and I was feeling fine. Like I felt really good actually. And my gym has little TVs on the monitors, so Law and Order was on. And I really wanted to finish the episode, so then I got on the treadmill and I did 40 more minutes on the treadmill, which is awesome. And I came home and I still felt fine. I mean, I slept really well. I burned like 750 calories, which is more calories than I ate yesterday. I ate 719, so that was pretty cool. And also over Christmas, I entered this exercise competition. So this is with my girlfriend, her sister, and her mom. And really quickly, the rules, we each had to put in $100, and it starts January 4th and goes for 10 weeks. And then we're sharing an Excel spreadsheet on Google Docs. So every time we go to the gym or work out for at least 30 minutes, we get a point, and you can get one exercise point per day. And the way that it works is that, each put in the $100 for the whole 10 weeks. So whoever goes to the gym the most in that week gets $20. And it can be split if two people are tied or something. And then at the end of the 10 weeks, whoever's gone to the gym the most number of days gets $200. So exciting. So I'm hoping my competitive spirit will sort of kick in, and this will be the boost that I need to really get myself to the gym instead of like, oh, I should go 2 times a week, or oh, I should go 3 times a week. And I think what'll help motivate me, obviously the $20 a week would be cool, and I'm going to think about ways that I want to spend it that are really specific and things that I wouldn't buy from my own money. And I was thinking about, if I do get the $200, I think I'm going to there's this really, really nice gym bag that we actually got her sister for Hanukkah. But it's like $80. Like, it's really expensive, but it just looks really pretty. And there's like separate pockets for your smelly shoes and for your workout clothes and for your water bottle. It's just really, really nice. But I mean, I wouldn't spend $80 for a gym bag. So I think my goal though is if I win the jackpot, I'm going to get myself that bag. And even as soon as I thought of it, I was like, oh, I'm so excited to go to the gym. So I think hopefully keep your fingers crossed that I can stick to that. And my pedometer, I just got notification, is at the post office. So I'm going to be joining the Walking Buddies, which I'm really excited about. And that hopefully will push me to get more and more exercise as well. That's really my focus. I feel like my eating's been pretty fine. Like, I'm always between 500 and 800 calories, and I'm getting in my protein, pretty easily. And I'm still trying to like nudge myself towards different kinds of solid foods, and I'd like to have more fruits and vegetables in my diet. But overall, I think, those are baby steps I need to take, and I'm really happy with where I am. It's really the exercise that I need, like a kick in the butt for motivation. So hopefully between the pedometer and this exercise competition, I'll get that. And the only other thing I wanted to say is that I was away, obviously, so when I came home, there was a package waiting for me from my Secret Santa. And look at how cute this is. Let me try to show you. Isn't this so sweet? Look at these little Christmas lights on the antlers. So it says, to Kate, just a little reminder to be good to yourself. And then there's this. Look how cute this is. It says, be good. Be good. So I can't decide. I think I'm going to hang it on the refrigerator. But I don't even want it to be like, be good, don't eat, or anything like that. I think I'm going to try to use it as like my motivation to actually get to the gym and take care of myself that way. And I mean, that's the hardest thing, is obviously to carve out that hour and a half that it takes for me to change into clothes, walk the 5 blocks, work out for at least half an hour, and come back. But last night when I came home and I was really tired and I was thinking about it, I was like, do it for yourself. Do you know what I mean? And I know that's what people always say, like, oh, you need to carve the time out for yourself. And that's hard to hear when you're like really tired and really stressed and stuff. But I just felt so insanely good when I was coming home last night, and really proud of myself. And I was like, yeah, like this is just something I need to really be doing for myself. So, which is exciting. So I'm really happy, obviously, to have made my goal and to be 50 pounds down. And I was getting out of the shower this morning, and I kind of caught a glimpse of myself in the bathroom mirror. And I feel like I look a lot at my face. You know what I mean? Like, it's sort of where I can see the difference. But sometimes I look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, it's smaller. And sometimes I'm like, especially when I do this, oh no, it's pretty the same. Like, what am I talking about? But those are like my weak moments. But when I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror, I was like, oh, I'm smaller. I mean, obviously I'm still really big. I'm in the 230s, but I'm smaller. It's exciting. It's really exciting. Okay, hope you guys have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye.